Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Itza playthrough as the Lizard Man here in I nearly said Rome Total War Warhammer 2, where obviously we are also playing as the mighty Gor Rok. Now I'm not going to say I found this myself. I've had a lot of lore thrown at me about Gor Rok, so while we're going through the end term, we'll do that. Basically, Gor Rok is, for some of the reasons why he's considered so special, he's white. He's an albino lizard, which is apparently really, really rare and is considered a mark of the old, a gift of the old ones. He's also as large as a croxy, which we did mention last time. Also, when they're spawned, so lizard men spawn from spawning pools. They're not given birth to. And generally, there's lots and lots of things come from a spawning pool. Now, when there's less, they're considered to be more powerful, not more special, more revered. So, for example, Crocgar was apparently, there were apparently only a few, whereas Gor Rok was apparently the only one to come out of his spawning pool. And he's then got his immense size, and he's white, so he is considered, he's revered almost as much as a slan from what I've been being told. Now, I don't know how accurate this lore is. This has just been thrown at me in comments, and thank you to everybody who did that. More than welcome to throw stuff at me in comments, guys. I actually quite like that, because I can be completely honest, I never played Warhammer. I did a bit of 40k, but my Warhammer lore is by no means the best. So, public order buildings, I believe we need. I'm going to pull back into there. I'm not going to build up just yet because they're expensive. To be fair, I may get some more. So this is the thing about Crocgar. Crocgar makes Saurus warriors cheap, so we may actually want to put some. These guys are very expensive, so we may actually want to put some skinks into my army long run, simply just to make things a little bit better. I may drop them and replace them with a couple of skinks. To be fair, with some skinks, that we're going to do that, because I don't really need the spears at this point. There you go. So that's going to give us a little bit, flesh out our army a bit. We're losing a lot of the damage dealing ability, but skinks will be fine against low level Skaven. Blessed Dread could be problematic, but we can always rejig for them. We may want more Saurus warriors than that. And this is going to be our big problem early game. Early game maintaining armies is going to be painful. It's going to be expensive. So we want to be very, very careful of that. We do want to expand relatively fast. As I said, I want to push down here and I want to clear through the Skaven, and then we want to try and get some confederations off if we can. So we do have a good start with the gold mine, which is really going to help us early on. And potentially we want to push up. There is a diamond mine up in the north we want to push to. But to be fair, that's the other thing, is I may just try and help the other lizard men flourish up there, because we can also push across into the deserts, because the deserts are really good for us as well. So we could push over into the Southlands, into the deserts of Araby. See, we actually, even though we've got 3 units, we're spending less. Let's get that, which will also unlock the tablet of crafts for us. I do want to level that up as well for the extra public order, but see, our corruption's expanding. The issue is now I can't really attack until I've dealt with my first rebellion. I do want to push down there and capture here. That is really key. I suspect it is now held by some Skaven faction, so... Much as this one wasn't described as a hard start, it's definitely not the easiest of starts. I'm going to put it out there, guys. This is... See, he appears to have been battered a bit as well. I do love how many factions there are, but it does make it take forever to do end turns with the faction unlocker. While we're going through this, actually, a bit of, as a lot of you are aware, but any who are new to this channel, we are going to have some downtime soon because I'm moving home to my first house, which I'll actually own. So, you know, just be aware of that, please. I know I'm making the rebellion happen quicker. I'm kind of not doing that accidentally. I want that rebellion to go off quickly so that I can put it down and then move back and then move on to capture that third settlement, get our public order really flowing, and then expand again. Because we have too much corruption coming in here, and corruption is going to be our big problem here, actually. Skaven and vampiric, which is going to be quite nasty to deal with, actually. I think Lustria is a far more hostile place than it used to be. It used to not be too bad, but now I think it's going to be much, much harsher to survive in. Which is good, actually. Gives you some good, nice early battles, so while we reclaim Lustria for the old ones. Maybe push out the pesky elves if they're still alive when we get over there. Gonna let the Dowie sit behind us, because, you know, I trust the Dowie. They're a good, solid race. They're happy to have those mountains behind me. I'm more than happy to let them, though I'd like them to actually expand, but I'm more than happy to let them thrive back there. So we claim sort of Kane, and we're about to have a rebellion. We can get away with moving into here now. Let's level you up. Gold mine. We actually make quite a bit from that. Why does he not like me? That'll do for now. We're doing quite well off that trade agreement we've got. Oh no, we actually don't want to move in there because we aren't stopping the rebellion happening, and I actually want the rebellion. The reason I want the rebellion, so rebellions are weird, guys. You actually kind of want rebellions because rebellions lower the. So while the rebellion is happening, I get plus 20 public order, which gives me time to do things. So I almost want to let that rebellion grow for another turn to drop my public order, well, increase my public order by 40, and then I will put it down, and then I will charge. See, I could push up into the mountains here, but then I'll be trapping the Dowie. I want the Dowie to expand that way. So here is definitely still my next target. and then we'll expand over into Headhunter's Jungle, which is a nice area with 4 settlements, which makes it a very powerful one. Does here still have gold? Here has gold. Oh, I should know from playing it in my other campaign. I think Chiapotl, however I pronounce that, has a gold mine as well, so makes that very strong for me. But gotta remember, we do get chaos attacks. So here we've now at plus 20. So I'm actually gonna let that build for 1 turn before we do anything. I thought I was building this up already. And we're going to get another public order building there, which should bring us back. And there we go. This is going to start helping our income. And we're also going to get, as we get other ones. So, just so you're aware, the if you've not played them before, the tech tree for these guys, you build a building which unlocks each tree. And then you've got to build other buildings to unlock down here. And obviously I can't get into this without having, you know... So it basically just locks you off at that point. So it's a nice tech tree. It's one of the nicely done ones. I really like the way their tech tree is done. And also the buildings make sense, whereas some of them you've got to build random buildings occasionally, which you don't really want to build. And there are a couple in this, but... So we'll slap down those Skaven next turn, and then we will advance. That'll give us 40 public order to play with. Well, plus, well, not 40, it'll give us negative 60, but it'll give us space to breathe. So they're probably going to expand down here as well. This is why I want to expand relatively early, and I have no, in these playthroughs, guys, against the Vampire Coast. The Lizardmen do seem to suffer, certainly early game, so I want to try and support my allies to the north if I can, which I will do best by expanding. Those Dowie aren't going to expand, I am just going to sneak a lord in here and grab the settlements one at a time. Still a bit surprised the Dowie haven't expanded. Easy auto. Eat them.
Itza
I'm gonna buff him up first because he is a monster once I buff him up. And he gets even more when fighting Skaven. Oh, wow, yeah. And then, yeah. So he is going to become an absolute beast with going through these things. Probably go for that one first, though. Then that one afterwards. And that one long run. To be fair, we're going to really push him out as just his lord. That's really good. But yeah. We've upped our income a bit by doing this as well, the way we've been building, so I'm quite happy with how we're going. We'll potentially build up a little bit more before we do push down again into the Skaven, but Clan Eshin are still around somewhere. Well, they're definitely down here, and they're definitely going to have this settlement. But again, I want to try and be careful with how I take them. That said, if they ambush me, my Croxies and my Lord will just have fun. Because my Croxies will sit there and obliterate Skaven all day long. And they might not have even taken the settlement. I don't know. So, it can be fairly short, to be fair. The thing I do have to be careful with Skaven is their underway, because they can get past me very easily. And they've got that horrible, horrible ambush ability. But as I said, I'm not massively concerned about ambushes at this point in the game. Pestilence I'd be a little bit more worried about because they have some nasty units.
You must die.
We're going to get a couple more lizard men when we get down here as well. Before we push in. Now, actually getting the Skink Chief would be nice. Skink Chiefs, I don't really, I'm not a huge fan of them until you get them on mounts. So, yeah, we need the next level of that one for that. I do love the fact we have such a good garrison early on. So we're going to replenish a bit on this border, get a few more troops into our army, and then we are going to advance. And hopefully take the Skaven out. We shall see. Lots of end turns at the moment. I do apologise, guys. I'm quite glad the other listmen didn't take here. I was a bit concerned they would, to be fair. So... Oh, it looks like the Dowie are playing down there. If I take here as well, I can also trade with the Dowie, which will be nice. And we'll also start really burning off our corruption. So, once we take there, because our corruption at the moment is quite worrying. And we are going to need to do that as we go on. Though long run, we do get various buffs which help us with corruption. It is where Marafi's capital is amazing, because it's got a building train, which basically means your people don't care about corruption. Which is amazing for any faction to have, to be fair. I do want one of those because it unlocks the Tablet of War, but at the moment I think the Public Order is more important. Let's see what the Tablet of War give us, yeah, so extra leadership, extra movement range, and we get blocked off there, so that's quite a useful one. Spawning Caverns is good because it buffs Saurus Warriors. To be fair, they're all good in their own way, but Saurus Warriors are gonna be the mainstay of our armies, so you definitely want your Saurus Warriors being buffed up early. We are still getting increased Skaven. We have 40% Skaven corruption here, guys, which is getting quite high, so we do want to push down. We're still potentially going to be getting Skaven corruption leaking in from elsewhere once we take here, but it will be much easier to deal with. And I am going to take here. He says, I'm going to go there and it's going to be like a double stack or something, and then I'll cry. Oh, please. Not going to happen. They are considered to be considerably weaker than me, so. Gor Rok there, just spinning his club around his head. Doesn't make him look daft at all. We may get our first proper battle soon, guys. Because let's be honest, our battle up here was a bit meh. It wasn't really a major battle. Ooh. Oh wow, that's scroll. We are going to have to fight that one, but I'm going to do it in a second. Let's buff up our Saurus warriors.
Gor Rok.
Let's fight! Don't want to lose this. This is going to be a nasty fight, guys. I'm not even going to pretend this. I need to take out their Plague Claw catapults early. They are going to be the horrible, horrible thing to deal with here. So those Plague Claw catapults need to go. I'm not so worried about the Rat Ogres. Gor Rok will obliterate them. These guys are going to be nasty. And of course they've got their entire garrison, but most of their garrison is trash. So I'm not overly worried. This is where I wish I had more shielded units, to be fair. And my Croxies are going to have fun. Gor Rok is actually going to sit back a bit. As are my Croxies, so I'm being a little naughty here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move all of these guys back just a little bit. So they are behind the main line. Again, you guys can sit back a little bit. I don't usually do formations, particularly do formations, guys, but for now I will. They get back a bit simply because I don't necessarily want them getting engaged instantly. Skaven and Slay Spears, I don't think... Oh, they are anti-large, but they're pathetic. Even their anti-large is pathetic, let's be honest. They need to get 6, which doesn't make them completely pathetic. They're not worth much. Really? Into my Croxies? It's an interesting move on their behalf, their choice there, because, yeah. Straight behind, please. We're starting pushing hard now. We can cut them off a bit here, actually, which will work nicely. You're just trying to get behind so we can have a chance to get at them early. Charge! Straight down into them, please. Gor Rok can just slam into there. You can head over this way, please. Break out before you get enraged, please. I don't know why I continually click, but it's... Everybody does it. Don't pretend you don't. They could use a bit of support. We're battering them on this flank. Get your butt out of there! They're holding the line. They could do some support. Let's send some proxies over. Where's Gor Rok himself? Let's kill that rampage. I need to get these guys out. Oh! And we're battering the Skaven are breaking. We just want to keep the pressure on them here. Look at all of that. Absolutely keep as much pressure on the Skaven as we can over here. Both sides to be fair. This is all about pressure now. God damn it, they're gone. Unfortunately, I've pretty much lost them. These guys are holding the line nicely here, killing lots of Skaven. They got a couple of lizards down. Gor Rok is having fun. You guys need to come around the back. If I can get these guys into the back, that will crack the rest of their force. They're throwing more and more at us here. That is a bit worrying. Let's get some range support this way. Oh god, I don't want to be being hit by them. Gor Rok himself can hammer into them. Come on, move your butts. Come on, Gor Rok, get onto them, please. This is gonna be close. It's down to whether or not my guys can hold long enough without cracking. And they're bloody priest. They do have some units here which are just holding me. You know, skinks are quite quick, which is quite nice. That's it. As these guys come round, more and more of these guys are going to break. This has been brutal though. This will leave me open to other attacks. Out of ammo, they just charge in then. They're not great, but they will help. That's perfect. Get your butts in. We're getting there, guys. Now, Skaven are going to keep funneling back in. Oh, why are you guys stopped? I suspect they broke at some point. They're all skinks, so... they can get into this fight against Skrog. Skrog is breaking. This is it, guys. We've got it. Whoa. And to be honest, that was not a pretty battle. That was, you know, we just threw ourselves into them. They ended up as a mass, and we just threw ourselves in there, which actually I'm not massively upset about, because it worked really nicely for my Croxies and my units, because we could really pin their massive numbers. They didn't use their numbers well at all. In fact, by clumping like that, they probably helped us quite a lot, especially as they made sure I could basically make their plague claw catapults irrelevant early on. I mean, their catapults only got 26 kills, and that's really bad for them. Their plague monks didn't really get into play much, so they should have stayed wide. As a player, I'd have attempted to stay as wide as possible, pin me, and flank me, then flank me a bit more, then flank me some more as Skaven. And they completely let me not do that, and as such, I mean, you can see how many kills my units got. I mean, we were fighting Skaven, let's be honest, and there were a bloody lot of Skaven, but we took half their army, and we lost a third of ours, so still not the prettiest battle, but I'll take it. And Gor Rok did not get that many kills. I suspect Gor Rok is, well, we'll have to work out how he plays. He's definitely powerful, but versus large, I think he's going to be devastating. Now we can trade with our Dowie friends.
Honor to your ancestors. Agreed.
Do we have one which removes? Oh, we're already at -4. And also provides a hex. Let's see, that's good. For buffs up our local armies, extra research rate is good, and of course extra growth. I'm going to stick with growth one for now, because that's going to drop off after a turn, and we're already reducing the corruption massively now. See, buffing up my units is very good. No, I'm going to keep buffing myself to start with.
You must die.
No, I'm happy with that. We now actually have a region, which is nice. So everything is going nicely. Got the Dowie at our back who are liking us. If they don't expand soon, I will just expand into the mountains. I'm not really wanting to do that because they're not ideal for me, and I would like to have the Dowie being reasonably, not necessarily powerful. I just have no grudge with the Dowie. I'd like to give them room to expand because I'm nice. So actually, maybe I should offer Clan Eshin a peace treaty for the time being. Nah. Gonna roll some more Saurus warriors in here, then we are going to march and reclaim Oxil, because obviously everything we take here is reclaiming. These are all Lizardmen cities, which Skaven have been running over. And okay, I know this all looks like it's ruins. We know it's not. Oxil is held by Clan Pestilence. Here, I think it's held by Clan Eshin. Nice. My friends in the north have pushed the Vampire Pirates back. Ooh, we've got a mission, defeat the Lord, and we will get extra leadership. Now, the thing to pay attention with these is some of these get us... Yeah, it's not a huge hurt. Sometimes they get us blessed spawns, which are very worth doing. Ooh, that's worth doing. Against the Skaven, I'm not even not bother. You know, I'm not even gonna bother with spears because I have less damage. I get bonus versus large, but we're not really going to be fighting large. So these guys have 52 weapon strength straight away. They're not the best melee attack, but they are very, very powerful for us at this point in the game. Lizard men early game are a bit OP. Anyway, guys, we are going to be doing the invasion of Oxhill next time. Let's just have a quick check of all these guys, see if there's anything I can do before we do end, but I may have to watch them at some point. There you go, they've accepted that. I'd prefer not to go to war with either of them, but no. So next time, guys, we will be pressuring Oxhill, and we'll be trying to get Headhunter's Jungle. We will end up fighting some Dark Elves over there as well, which could be fun because they've got a lot more ranged. So something a bit different, but it should be a nice, good, fun battles through there, and that will consolidate us and get our territory set up nicely. And then from there, we'll see how our northern allies are doing, but I'm actually thinking of sailing across to the Southlands to get ourselves a setup over here. As always, guys, I do hope you are enjoying this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comment section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Fanatical Games. Otherwise, if you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Thank you for your time.